Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Skyrim. This time I sound exuberant because I am in fact intoxicated. I have consumed a full bottle of Grotto brand Brut champagne, and my drink of choice during this recording is an Angry Orchard traditional dry cider. It should come as no surprise, and perhaps I've mentioned this before. If I have, I apologize. It should come as no surprise that my obsession with efficiency and perfectionism is not limited to video games. I drink champagne almost exclusively, even though it's cheap. A full bottle of Grotto was $13 US. I drink champagne because the math has been done, and it gets you the most alcoholic bang for your caloric buck. So in other words, it's the way you can get drunkest while consuming the fewest calories. A close second are red and white wine, and a close third is doing shots. But you gotta know, I'm all about efficiency. So I drink a lot of champagne. That said, cider is also in the mix just because it's delicious, and in particular my wife loves it. Anyway, enough about me. Last time we did manage to clear Sleeping Tree Camp, mostly because an ancient dragon showed up and killed pretty much everything for us. This time it is my objective to clear out Bloated Man's Grotto and maybe other stuff. But the important part of that is we are not at quest. We do get sent here during tier scenes, danger quests, which will be completing soon enough. But the layout really changes. If you want to have this place, in my mind, we need to clear it up. Right. Without the quest, where fighting bears and dragons, and during the quest, where, depending on who you ally with, either trying to get somebody like me, so I can get some heavy armor experience. There we go, so here we go. One more. Come on, dog. Why ain't you hitting me? There you go. There's 89 heavy armor to boot. This is already going well. Let's grab that mountain. The dog will get out of the way. Let's grab that mountain flower before we head out to Skyrim proper. Things are going oh so well. 11 ranks of heavy armor remain. I think 13 of illusion. I'm just eager to finish heavy armor, because I don't anticipate finishing the crafting loop anytime soon. Enchanting, unfortunately, being a bottleneck. One of the biggest things is the need of heavy armor before we even finish the crafting loop, because I have no real intention of doing anything in terms of putting out or crafting heavy armor. That's why I've been wearing it from the beginning. I just want to get it maxed and get it over with. Light armor and walk are both going to be benefited by my crafting choices, and by taking perks from their respective trees. It's not the case with heavy armor. get completely shredded. I did, and perhaps this was a mistake, trying so hard to stay keyed in on the bear I had already damaged. I've been playing Morrowind in my downtime when I have free time while the video is processing, as I believe I've already mentioned. I don't particularly agree with the purists who like either game. Morrowind has its virtues, and so does Skyrim. If I had to knuckle down and pick one that I could play for the rest of my life, it would probably be Skyrim. Which suggests I'm not terribly subject to nostalgia, since I played Morrowind when it first came out back when I was in high school. For my money, almost as much weekly as the old I haven't ever invested in that. I'm wager that being the gospel actually they didn't play well. It's very different. Probably yeah, maybe. That is what I'm talking about. But Arena, it was, I wouldn't call it basic, but at its core it was nothing more than a dungeon crawl. Although I was interested to learn, actually just last night, the entire world of Tamriel was invented as a Dungeons & Dragons campaign, played by Bethesda employees before they ever made Arena. I find that tidbit fascinating. What I'm most struck by right now, and I think it has a lot to do with the enchantment, making destruction a reasonable, if not optimal, way to kill things, how powerful I have managed to become, even without completing the crafting loop. Bear in mind, we are on legendary difficulty. Not really much anyway. Before you die. Actually, this guy's getting close to dying, that's why I paused, because I think cave bears have I'm carrying 8 empty common souls, and I only have 2 left. Alright, somebody hit me. Come on, Bolar. Hit me. Come after you. Nice moment. Do you remember how hard cave bears used to be? Not that long ago when I was clearing Golden Rock? I think it is my embrace of the fact that I can, in fact, enchant and craft and use potions before I'm ready for the crafting loop. It's making this go as smoothly as it is, even on Legendary as opposed to Adept. I do wonder if I have any viewers in the old country from Europe who have any comments on the virtues or the lack thereof of cider. It is my understanding that while hard cider is still something of a novelty drink in the United States, it's been around for a long, long time in Europe. Whereas, of course, beer has been around for essentially eternity, just like wine. But the obsession with beer to the near exclusion of all other liquors seems fairly unique to the United States, maybe because we've got the corporate beer giants like Coors and Budweiser. What I think given any which means I need to reload. Because those little bits of damage he does, I think, do that. And there's another. Love it. Love it. I love it. Let's do search that poor rabbit we murdered. And then let's spam courage on our faithful companion. And let beast form and devour these three corpses. I'll tell you what, the sooner I finish with I only have 2 left. Be done fairly soon. In fact. And we've already got everything I really care about. Because you can't get any of the totem powers anyway until the end of the companion's quest line, which is a long ways off. So I already have everything that's useful to me at the moment. I could even stop until I got the relevant totems if I wanted to. I don't think that would be particularly wise. I'm more a fan of taking care of everything as soon as you possibly can. Anyone who's been with me for any length of time probably already knows. Let's stick with flames. We got other shit to kill. The main thing that's going to happen here, and I realize we had an ordinary, dinky, weak sauce Spriggan in an earlier random encounter, so if I said it was the first, I would technically be wrong. But we've got Spriggans here, and it's the first time we're guaranteed to run into them. And we're gonna have Spriggan Matrons, and because we have Dawn Guard and we're already level 57, we are gonna have Spriggan Earth Mothers. At least one. The Earth Mothers in particular are quite difficult to handle. Just be aware of that. So under the water there are 2 barnacle clusters in the unlocked chest, which didn't have anything even remotely decent for me, and I almost actually missed it. Hidden behind this tree stump is an apprentice locked chest. definitely worth our time. Even if all it has inside is bullshit. Bloated Man's Grotto is kind of fun, simply because it has the, it's subject to the external meter. Out of range. Too bad. Buddy. Down you go. I'll feed later if I even remember. Really care. But let's pay attention as we go along this path, because there are bugs to catch as well as hanging moss to harvest. And we've got Luna moths. So anyway, Luna moths are most valuable in regular spawning bugs, especially since we have all the since we just got extra purple progress, we can now. Because I had to run the fuck away from being there and wasn't paying attention. I'll level with y'all. I forgot to look at the clock when I started this thing. I think I've been going less than 10 minutes. I started at a 10 minute. It's possible I'm wrong, and I'm gonna overshoot by 10 minutes. If that happens, oh friggin' well. If you'll pardon my cavalier attitude. My mind bounces around a lot when I'm drunk, so I do apologize for that, but back to my statement that Oblivion is the weak link in the Elder Scrolls series. I'm not even sure how thoroughly I believe that. Simply because I really, really, really like Oblivion, and Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood questline in particular remains one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in a video game. My particular absolute favorite is the yep, we got a sprig of herb. See that purple inside the trees. Good news. Skins are start. I don't know if it's 25 or 50, but they've got some magnitude of weakness to them. Bad news is they're curses. And the fact that we're fighting high level monsters on legendary. One more time, but I'm not convinced it's gonna happen. Oh, good. gonna pace at me. I was just like, that's all you want to do, so let's just go ahead and start. Kill another couple. Boom! Love it. Love it. Alright, let's just stay on this. Got enemies nearby. Should be an omen to you, but let's rest for now. I have 5 more empty guns. And I am as ready as I'm gonna be to deal with this friggin' Earth Mother. So let's roll in there and let's go. I'm gonna assume it's the 10th. If I'm wrong, it'll be 1 hour and 10 minutes instead. Anyway, not that it matters, unless they happen to be common, but I think a Spriggan Earth Mother is a greater soul than I'm. One of my biggest beefs is that kind of like fighting that hits me directly like she's doing. I'm not going to get any armor into me, allowing her to damage me. Couple that with her range. Got that. Isn't very useful to me. I can keep her dull. Well, I can get her keyed in instead. Then I'll actually need to run out of the wave because not getting armor experience. It's not much for me to get by her. So fucking dangerous. Good news. And I think I already mentioned, and I apologize for repeating myself, it's the alcohol talking, but she is weak to fire, as you can probably tell. Because of the amount of damage my novice level spell is doing, even on legendary. I don't know if you could hear that ding through the microphone or not. It's my National Hockey League app telling me about the 3 stars of the week. Suffice to say, none of them are from the Colorado Avalanche. After such a wonderful, promising season last year, wherein they were surprise winners of the Central Division before making an unfortunately early playoff exit to the Minnesota Wild. They're just that. They're not bad. If a team is bad, you at least say, well, good, we're going to get good draft picks. They're mediocre, which is worse than being bad. They're hovering in the 9 to 11 range in the conference, so they're not going to make the playoffs, but they're not so awful that they're going to get the best draft pick either. It's the worst place to be, and it's where they've been hanging out for almost a decade. I thought things were changing last season, and I have to admit, bitterly that's the bad news. need to somehow accomplish is to get her to go after my dog first. Pretty much my only that was a curse Get on her, dog. Shit. Darren Sharper. She's coming this way. So that dog started to fight. There. That's just that. I mean, I respect taking damage, but I'm not raising my arm that way. Kind of like Frank Underwood's island of best cards. I'm paraphrasing, but there's a difference between useful and useless pain. Damage that does not raise offense. Great example. Useless pain. Destruction went to 50. That's pretty awesome. Look, we've already got our health nearly halfway down. Things are going well. Even if casting isn't free yet, a reduction in casting cost is useful. Lessons for Travis. It's alright, I play this game over and over and over again, and I keep modifying things, tweaking things, a little bit here, a little bit there, on every single playthrough. I will more. So now I can actually move through legendary difficulty. Obviously the pace is slow, but it's gradually getting faster like I promised it would. And I can move through legendary difficulty even before I have my endgame godly gear. That's saying something. It really is. Like I also said before, I'm always stoked about multiples of 5, just because they feel like actual progress. Of course, for destruction, the next really big milestone is 60, because I can get augmented flames too. The only other thing is extreme. But until using the flame spell in this bitch all the way to 100. 60, I can take a turn. Make it stronger. You think that's not great news? She'll just curse me. I can't rely on her to attack me. I'm also realizing that the werewolf bug seems to be less tied to stepping over corpses and more tied very specifically to idling, inadvertently or no. I don't know exactly how it works. But when this is over... Oh, excuse me. I know I only had one that was, inadvertent, so we can skip the rabbit I killed. I do need to feed on the last cave bear, and I do believe you can also feed on Spriggans. They aren't undead, so I'm pretty sure you can. Like I said, my mind wanders. This is my last remark on ranking the Elder Scrolls games. At least until I become as versed in Arena and Daggerfall as I am in Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. All three of which I've played many, many times. But, Todd Howard is on record as saying he thinks they do better every time. I don't think that's quite. I do think critical reason they recognize that Skyrim, even as they did even worse Morrowind was a better game. But I do think, I agree with him to the extent that I believe Skyrim is the best. It's so much fun to play. It's beautiful. Even though it's over 3 years old, it still feels brand new. There's a depth to it. And I've heard that as a criticism, but I just don't think it's true. There's a depth to it. It's absent. I think part of the problem is Morrowind was the pinnacle of what I'll call the text-based RPG. I think my dog finally died. Morrowind had, yeah, that's a shame. Morrowind had all kinds of stuff to read. Pages and pages of readable dialogue with other NPCs. Just an incredibly deep game world. Oblivion almost suffered from, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a fact, that Oblivion was, in fact, the first game to feature fully voiced dialogue. Yeah, my dog died. For every NPC conversation in the game. Also, maybe I should just reload and try to keep my dog alive. I already let him die. Just like a dragon with his breath, we can interrupt her. That was fine. That. Out. Such a shame. Ah, my faithful companion is gone. Raised my armor skill, but run away! dog has died. I have nobody to spam courage on. That's a good thing, honestly. I was probably... I feel like I was still doing things, but what I did verged on grinding. I mean, it was right on this side of the edge. I only have 11 ranks of illusion left to gain. Let's just dual cast flame better. Don't get armor experience anyway. All she does is curse us. Blue butterflies! Sup, bros? Bunch of wings. I like that. The bottom line. It's pretty apparent that I'm gonna have to finish her. With something other than flames. So let's do it this way. Most powerful in the game. Come on, power strike. Power shot. Bitch. Fuck off and die. Thank you, dumbass. Alright. There's one Spriggan of Earth Mother, dead and dead. Take my arrows, take my taproot. Catch some blue butterflies. And feed on 3 corpses. Don't get me wrong, I am unhappy. There's my dog. I'm not above feeding. Oh, you can't feed on a Spriggan. How about that? I guess it's because they don't have a heart. We're either at the 30 or 40 minute mark. I'm choosing to believe it's the 30-minute mark. Get all the stuff. Whoa. here. Hello, return aggro. Never really been into MMOs. So I didn't learn that term aggro until recently in my gaming career, but harvest this boss and then oh good. Get on this page. Uh-oh. I gotta skip 2 poisons now. Alas, no dog to spam on. Just have to do it this way. Alright, Cave Bear, come here. Expected to see part of this. Interesting hit me. Again. Now. over the 35-minute mark, but still trucking. That's the bottom line. Heyo! Still has 11 ranks to get. Once it's handled in a really big way, I'm in the clear, but gotta get those last 11. Still, just the idea of focusing on taking hits when I can makes this go so much faster. I did a legendary playthrough, I remember. I had, following this route, so many steps in the future, I was all the way to Markarth, clearing Nichu and Zell, and heavy armor was in the mid-50s. Just because I had been so focused on dodging hits rather than, when I could, soaking them up. We're going to finish heavy armor. Probably not before Falkreath, because we're going to get there pretty soon. We're going to finish heavy armor before we get to that is great. Keep hitting me. Love it. Perfect. 40 minutes in. 3 cave bears and a stricken earth mother dead. Almost 4 cave bears. Fortunately, we finally lost my dog. But I don't think he was destined to survive the ancient dragon fight on the mains before he did, so I'm willing to accept his loss. He should have died fighting giants and mammoths and dragons. The fact that he actually died to a frigate, I shouldn't have had it. I'm grateful for the time we spent together. I do need to remember that I am 2 feedings above what is legitimate. Not 1, 2. Considering I'm thinking this video is going to end pretty soon, I need to make sure I avoid further feedings long enough to make sure that werewolf progress is legit, not bugged. There he is. Come on, dog. Don't do the kill cam. No, I don't want it. I didn't want the kill cam. Because I need his soul. Go ahead and hit me. Come on, do it. Again. Alright, yeah. But, let's get his soul. Let's revel in that. Let's heal up. And let's avoid feeding. And avoid inadvertently getting any more extra perks. We head up here. Before we head any further up these stairs, let's hop over these rocks. Hop up toward this waterfall. Why come up here? Simple. There is a gold ore vein up here. I don't know if I'm going to finish the Grotto or not, but at my next offload, that'll be enough to get the last gold ingot I need for Hearthfire. Let's just follow the path now. Catching butterflies as we go. Boost! Dang, I thought he was in reach by now. Lots of hanging moss around this little fort in the back. No, that one is not taken yet. It's just brushed in somehow. I'll fix that bug in a hurry. Never you fear. In here we go. And now we're inside the little fortress, where there is a shrine of Talos, but before I mess with that, let's acknowledge first of all, as we sweep the perimeter, Buko hanging moss. Tons and tons and tons of that shit. And it's a fairly good ingredient, so don't be skimping. Get everything you can. Come on now. I'd also like to catch these blue butterflies. And I'll thank you for allowing me to do so. Alright. Here's your Shrine of Talos. Here's what I believe is an empty Grand Soul Gem. Too bad it's not full. But no worries. I'll fill it next time I see a mammoth. Couple of potions. Now here are two important things. This is Bolar's Writ. It's the last words of the last man who survived the attack on Cloud Ruler Temple, which we became very familiar with when we played Oblivion, assuming you did. Basically says he's gonna go die fighting the Thalmor, and he left his sword here, along with this note, and you should get after it. Let's take that, and let's take Bolar's Oathblade, which we haven't found one of these in a while, but here, in fact, is a unique item. Let's even, excuse me, let's even have a gander at it. Bolar's Oathblade. What's it do? 25 points of stamina damage. Creatures and people up to level 12 flee for 30 seconds. So it's actually, honestly, not that great. But whatever. We're at about the 48-minute mark. I think I've got all the hanging moss. But what I'm interested in right this particular second, besides the butterflies, is the unlocked boss chest, which has, in addition to a bunch of useless shit, an Amulet of Zenithar. It is the last one I need. That's my third. Amulet of Zenithar is off the list. Good. I was really hoping for a spell tome. That's what I hope. When I'm playing Ironborn, that's what I hope every time I open a boss chest, but alas, you're only going to get it so often. That's what makes it special, I suppose. Let's head to the other external wall of the little forge, so to speak. Get all the mobs available out here. And then it's time to fight for the cave there. So it shall be. Looks like I didn't, which is good. hear them. They're still hiding inside their trees. That's a lot of noise. 8 minutes to go. Thereabouts. Not only is it possible to do this shit up to a certain there we go. So here we are on the walls. For the moment, without dying. Let's try that again. It's more like there we go. Here. Boost! Smack that one down. That doesn't matter much. Down one box, so insert it. 5 minutes to go. My wife is at work. If you're hearing the What Is Love song, that's my ringtone, because I'm awesome. She's texting me about how working on a weekend sucks. Couldn't agree more. Glad I don't usually have to do it. I have about the best lawyer firm that I've ever heard of. Now, one thing to consider is that, of course, I do sometimes have to work weekends, but typically that's only if circumstance demands it, like we're approaching an important court hearing, or I have a filing due at the patent office. As far as my day-to-day routine goes, I pretty much get to work 8:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. This in spite of being a lawyer who is merely an associate, not a partner. It is pretty phenomenal, and I have to recognize how great that is. There's an ordinary Spriggan. You'll note that she's able to curse me from quite impressive distance. Oh, and I also aggro to Spriggan Matron. Maybe I should try sneaking while I'm up here on the walls. Precisely so I don't bring those Spriggans into the mix. All I'm really, truly, honest to goodness looking for are the hawk nests. Well, I found one, or at least I found the spot where the hawk likes to stop. Let's save here. A couple of minutes to go. And really, with all that accomplished, grab that hanging boss. And as we're ready to push further west, and deal with more cave bears and more Spriggans, this strikes me as a pretty good spot to end this video. This has been Let's Play Skyrim. Next time, we will continue through and hopefully finish Bloated Man's Grotto. We have an ordinary Spriggan and Spriggan Matron left, along with some wildlife. All of that is substantially easier than the Spriggan Earth Mother we already killed, so I do anticipate we'll be able to get through it. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.